Few days, the executive mayor of Johannesburg, Herman Mashaba, he certainly has stolen the headlines. The most prominent issue, however, came on Monday when he tweeted a comparison between US President Donald Trump and President Cyril Ramaphosa, seemingly praising Trump. Mayor Mashaba then yesterday launched the 71 Buildings Initiative, and that's a good news story for Johannesburg. But let's welcome the mayor onto the program. There's lots to talk about. Good to see you, Mayor. Thank you very much for coming
in. Yes, good morning, and thank you so much for this great opportunity. What about the swing of the Guptas for insulting us as black people? I think
I know, Mayor. There's so much to talk about.
Let's take things in context.
We'll go through them one by one because there is a lot. You have been a busy man lately, a very, very busy man.
I think because I care about this country.
Good. Let's start with this tweet. I heard you on radio trying to defend it yesterday. In fact, I've heard you all over the place talking about it. What made you tweet it?
No, I think, someone sent me this, and I looked at the performance of our two countries, because we are being told this lies all the time, that the state of poor economic performance, high unemployment, it's a result of international issues and global economic issues. Now, I was just really, it's got nothing to do with the personalities. It's got to do with the failure of this government. 40%, almost 40% of our people, under 10 million of our people today, men and women who are looking for jobs. Economy that we're lucky if it will ever experience any growth. In the city of Johannesburg, we're sitting with over 300,000 of our people looking for accommodation, the missing middle. We, in the city of Johannesburg, I have had almost 160 people of our people who are looking for government to build them houses. In the meantime, we've allowed the Guptas to steal our country blank, and at the same time we've given them the free exit, and I'm saying to myself, no man, this is about what is government all about, and no one must actually try to think that they can fool all of us as South Africans that the world economy is not performing. This has got to do with the leadership. It's got nothing to do with Trump. Okay. And I actually said so clearly, even in my communication, that if you look at the two individuals, Ramaphosa and Trump, by far, I like Cyril by far.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm saying is, let us really look at why our people are unemployed, why we have 17 million of our people on social grants for them to be able to put the bread on the table.
Okay.
We've got schools with no toilets.
I think we understand your point. I think we do. But let's just get back to the fundamentals of this tweet, because at the end of the day, you say it's not a personal issue. But, Mayor, you have to concede it is a personal issue. You are comparing two men, Donald Trump and our president.
Hold on,
I gave you a long time to speak. Yeah. Hold on. Please give me a chance. So, Mayor, this is a direct comparison. I mean, if anybody puts up a tweet that looks at this, success and failure, and let's be fair on something like this. I mean, a lot of people have called you a Trump wannabe. A lot of people have said that the way you rule is very similar to the way Donald Trump thinks, and that you do like him very, very much and what he stands for. These are just things that people have said. Whereas you look at somebody like like our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, he has inherited a very difficult situation. As you yourself claim, you as the city of Johannesburg inherited a very difficult situation that's taken a long time to turn around, or to try and turn around. How can you tweet something like this?
Leanne, we're not stupid to that level. Cyril has been the president under Jacob Zuma since 2014, before 2014. So all this looting of state resources by the Guptas and mismanagement, maladministration, that happened under his watch. He's the leader of business in parliament. So Cyril did not just really take over the running of this government a few months ago when he became the president. He was the deputy president. I think people must think that we are really, all of us are blind to really understand that the role Cyril actually played to let Zuma, decided to turn his blind eye on Zuma looting our country, resulting in 10 million of our men and women today unemployed, an economy that is underperforming. Our state-owned entities today, right now, I'm concerned that yesterday when I was addressing investors in the city of Johannesburg, I said, let's wait in October when the Minister of Finance releases his medium-term budget. I'm telling you, a sizable number, a big number of our budget is going to go towards bailing these entities out. And where's the money? Is lying somewhere in Dubai and somewhere else. And at the same time, under Cyril Ramaphosa, under the ANC, they've allowed the Guptas to leave this country. I'm saying we must hold them accountable. We want the Guptas to come back to this country, to come and actually face the results, because we are not, as South Africans, going to suffer. Today, I've got in the city of Johannesburg over 200 informal settlements, where our communities don't have any basics water, they don't services, they don't know what electricity is, they don't know what water is. In the city of Johannesburg, why? Because we've allowed the Guptas to really steal our country and gave them free passage.
Yeah, which we're going to get to. We're going to get to talk about the Guptas. I know you're dying to speak about them, which we're going to, because I know this made headlines in the newspaper. I just want to wrap this tweet up because I think it's concerned a lot of people. And let me tell you. It's also put a bit of damage. Let me tell you, I'm telling you from a personal and from a subjective point of view, when you look at the reaction to this, people are worried about the DA losing votes. Here's one tweet coming and saying, "You've lost my vote, Mayor," from a tweet like this.
You know, the one who are the beneficiaries of this corruption.
Okay, the tweet was subsequently deleted. Let's wrap up the tweet conversation. Yes. It was subsequently deleted. Can you apologize to South Africans for that? For this tweet? Deleting it must mean that you are sorry you put it out there.
What I'm trying to say is that I needed South Africans right now to really have the discussions on very serious matters. Let us not really bring racial matters and actually forget about what is actually causing this problem.
Yeah.
I think let the ANC and Cyril Ramaphosa tell us why the Guptas left South Africa before they are charged. I mean, right now talking about the Commission of Inquiry, people commit such heinous crimes, serious crimes, and you let them go out of the country, and you want to start a commission of inquiry that's going to take 2 years. That is what I wanted people to really have the discussion on, and I think we are going to continue, whether the beneficiaries of this corruption are happy or not. We are going to. This debate is not going to go away.
Mayor, do you apologize for the tweet? I'm not asking you about the Guptas yet. We're going to get to the Guptas. I want to ask you about the tweet. Do you apologize for offending certain South Africans?
Which South Africans? Who are beneficiaries?
Not beneficiaries.
Please
people
give me
that
the
are
numbers.
offended by
which many?
The tweet from Trump.
Okay, please look at the number of.
He treats immigrants, what he has done during his time,
Donald Trump
his
has got nothing to do.
His racist comments that he's made,
absolutely,
the way he's spoken about South Africa in many, many ways. Can you apologize to South Africans for supporting a man like Donald Trump to the detriment of our president, Cyril Ramaphosa? Are you able to just do that? You don't apologize for it.
I'm not praising the Donald Trump's. Donald Trump's has got absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm comparing governments. Look at the bottom of this tweet to read it. Then you can have a
You
sense
need to take history into account.
What history?
Some of the successes,
some
of the successes that Donald Trump is enjoying is because of the tenure of Barack Obama. And we look at the failure, and I know that Cyril Ramaphosa was deputy president.
How long has Cyril Ramaphosa been the deputy president of this country?
Mayor, you know what? At the end of the day, this is stealing our conversation. It's been deleted from your Twitter account. Clearly, the DA were not happy with you doing something like this. Do you apologize, yes or no, or do you stand by this?
I stand by what I've articulated in terms of comparison of the governments, how governments can actually fail people, and people want to divert attention from it and really bring in issues, non-issues, into the matter. I'm afraid that this matter is not going to go away. Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC, they have got to take the responsibility for letting our country's economic goals be the way they are. So that is something that I want to hold them accountable for.
Good. We leave it there. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk about the Guptas, because I know that you want them to be held accountable, rightly so. Let's take a break and we'll get the mayor to respond to all of that and more after this. Stay tuned.